Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashables. So this week I'm using the gorgeous Forest Falls kit from Planners Anonymous. So let's not waste any time and let's jump into the leaves. Okay, so I'm going to try something and I don't know if it's going to work, but I was talking to Sammy about, like, usually when I do my Planners Anonymous kits, I just use what's in the kit. And I find that I love doing that, and it definitely, I can get everything I need out of the kit. But I was talking to her because I found that 4 of my Distress Oxides basically match the kit from top to bottom. The colours are just right on, and I was playing with some watercolours with these, and I ended up with actually a really nice kind of colour. So what I thought I'd do is try and do like a watercolour bottom. I don't know if I have no idea if it's going to work. I'm going to give it a go and let's just see what we can make. If it doesn't work, I'll just do blending on the other side, but we'll try the watercolor because I'm just really interested to see if it works. So because I am doing this sort of watercolory thing, I'm going to mask off the little line at the bottom because I want this to be as clean as it possibly can be. And then I'm going to grab just a piece of it's not scrap paper, but just a piece of paper, and just sort of stick that down as well, just to sort of protect this a little bit more. So this is the big acrylic block that I got from Picture Page on the weekend, and so I'm going to just put on, I'm just going to use the corners or the bottom, and I'm just going to sort of, put on some oxides. I'm just going to use the corners. So I've got fossilized amber, peeled paint, spice marmalade, and then there's some fired brick here as well. I'm just going to kind of put them down, and I'll probably have to put a little bit more on, but that's okay. I'll go back to the fossilized amber on this end, and then a little bit more of the orange again. I'm not worried at all if I get these a little bit sort of across each other. I'm sure it'll all work itself out at some point. Part of me wants to do this on a scrap bit first, just to see, because I am really nervous. I'm just going to grab some water and just give this a bit of a spritz. And then I'm just grabbing just a paintbrush. I'm just going to kind of blend them into each other just a little to kind of get that kind of blending effect. That's sort of what I'm trying to do anyway. So I am going to try it on a piece of paper first, just because it's just making me really nervous. That's not enough. All right, I need more. There we go. See, I knew I did that for a reason. So I'm just going to grab a tissue and just clean that off. So I need more. There we go. I've learnt something. Okay. So, because I need more, I'm going to put this in the middle and sort of put a bit more on it. And again, not really caring if I get any on each other. I'm just not using the green as much as the other colours, because the green to me is kind of the colour that you can do without. Because with autumn you don't really want, I don't know, do you really want all the green in autumn? I don't. Okay. So we've got all those in. Bit of water. I'm also just going to remove this piece of dog hair. Don't know how it got there, but it's there, so we're going to get rid of it. Grab that brush in again, just give that a bit of a, I might need more water. Alright, we're going to go nutso with the water. Not nutso, but I think more water will help. Because I really do want it to be more of a solid colour as opposed to a, and I think I've gone too far. Move that up for a second. I think I've blended too much, because I do want the air that's kind of gone into a mess. Okay. Whew. This experimenting's hard work. You guys are seeing me fail a lot. Alright. There's got to be a way to do this. There must be a way to do this. Maybe I'll put it on a smaller block. I really want the blended watercolour kind of look, and that's what's causing me all the issue at the moment, because I can't get the ink on where I need the ink to be. So, if I can't get the ink on the block and push down like that like I want, I'm going to put water on my page. I'm going to put some more ink on here. Whoops, that was a bit hard, but that's alright. I'm just going to put some ink all over this block and get it wet, and let's paint it. So I'm going to start off with some yellow, and because I'm blending these together anyway, I'm just going to kind of do this. A little bit of green and some orange. I'm going to hit this with the heat gun in a second because it is bleeding through, like it's going to blend into the other piece of paper a little bit, which is okay because I'll cover it with washi tape next week anyway, so it won't make any difference. Just going to put a little bit more yellow. Alright, I'm going to smack this with the heat tool really quick and let's see what it looks like. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit more green in here because it just looks a little bit not quite green enough. Okay, it's definitely not what I wanted, and I don't like that when I flip this over I have really gone through the paper on the other side, but it has been cool to try and do something different, so I'm okay. We'll deal with that next week. So I'm just going to peel this up. Actually, I'm going to leave it until it's 100% dry. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I've kind of got some all over the place. I'm going to do the other side and the other page. I'm going to do that really fast and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm hating this. And I very rarely will pull the pin on something halfway through, but I really hate it. It's not what I had in my head. I'll show you guys sort of what I was thinking. I'm just going to try and get this washi tape up without completely ruining my page. I know you guys like to see me fail. I don't like to see me fail. Like fail in a good way. Like experiment and mess it up. I'm hating this to the point that I'm not ready to cry, but I hate it. I do. I hate it. Half of me wants to push through, half of me wants to give up. Ryan's saying it looks good. Right. This is what I was trying to do. Because I did this, and because I did it with the round, I don't know whether it worked out better. It was more vibrant. It was more what I wanted. Alright. I'll keep going, and we'll see. We'll see how it ends up in the end. I'm a little worried about this side, honestly, and just what the water's going to do with the ink that's on the other side. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that it doesn't completely mess it up. That top one, I did that a little bit different. Instead of making the whole page wet, which then that's what caused all the bleed through on the bottom, I just kind of went with it dry and fixed it up that way. So I'm going to do that again because I feel like that worked a little bit better. Doesn't give you quite as much blend as the other one, but I think it works. Maybe I'll run it over really quickly with the brush before I go in. That might work. But I am a little nervous about the effect on the other side. The washi did come up reasonably easily, so that's okay. So it's not clean water, but it's water, and I'm just going to try and do this fast so that it doesn't completely ruin the ink on the other side. I can already see it kind of bleeding through a little bit, which is making me really nervous. Okay, it's not ruining. Oh, it is, yeah. It's bleeding through the other side. I know, planner pages weren't built for watercolors. I'm aware. It is bleeding through a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. I only have to look at it for a week and then it's gone anyway, so it's fine. You guys know me, I just worry about everything. So I'm just getting that wet again, and then I'm actually just going to go, because I've only got this much left anyway. I'm going to go in this and do a little bit more water. I will say I love this acrylic block. I was kind of worried that I bought it for no reason, but if for no other reason it's a great palette for blending, I'm okay with this. I do love painting. I do love playing with the watercolors. I just think this time I haven't done such a great job. But let me know if you agree with Ryan and you think it's okay. smearies. See, this is the part I love. I love making a mess. Don't like making a mess on my planner pages, but I like making a mess. I did kind of think about doing that as ink blending, but then because I did it last week, I thought I'd try the watercolor thing instead. I can fix the next week's a big sticker kit week, so it should be fine once I sort of put all the stickers and stuff down. And I guess Halloween sort of got this fall feel to it as well, so it probably will be fine. Yeah, so I'm just removing the tape and I'm just being very careful. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't love it, but I'm hoping when everything else gets put in together, it'll all sort of work itself out. Okay, I'm going to work with the big items in here that I know I want to use, and the one, like the biggest thing I've known that I wanted to use since the second I got this kit was this gorgeous tree. I want it to sit just there in the corner, and then my sundae and my bits and pieces are just going to get smaller. I also know I want to use this gorgeous piece of paper and the acetate over the top just to make a flipper, and when you look at it like that, yeah, okay, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it'll be okay. Just to make a flipper because I can. I don't have any reason to use a flipper at the moment. There's no footy going on. However, this week is really busy and I do have a bit going on. So I'm sort of using that as an excuse. So I'm going to stick this down first because I feel like that's the first thing I need to get on. So I'm just going to put tape down all over this one. I'm actually kind of loath to use this one, but then I remember that I can get my hands on the digital kit, so it'll be okay. I'll be able to sort of cut my own. So the digital kit should have been released by now. I am filming this before this goes up on Sunday. It should have gone up by now. If it is up, I will link it down below. If it's not, it will be up tomorrow. It won't be far away. So just hang tight if you're after it. If you're not after it, you're weird because it's amazing. It's amazing. And then I'm going to grab... I'm thinking about doing something with the stamps. I haven't decided yet. I'm still kind of umming and ahhing. Kind of umming and ahhing. So then I'm going to grab my days of the week and put them back in because that's something that I know is okay. I want to use the ones that change colour because obviously fall, autumn changes colours. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these on. And put the dates back in, and I'll be right back. So I've got that bit in. I just put that underneath the tree because I thought it looked a little bit... I might still move it and put it like at the bottom of the tree. I haven't decided yet. I also haven't decided if I'm going to stamp not all over the background, but some falling leaves all over the place. But we'll think about that in a sec. So I definitely want to put this flipper on because I just adore this paper. It's one of those bits of paper that you just look at and you're like, yeah, that needs to take center stage because it's gorgeous. So I'm going to cut this. I'm going to have it sit this way so that way it doesn't take away from the tree and it can sort of flip over that way. It's going to have two bits to it. So it'll have the vellum, not the vellum, the acetate that'll sit independently of the paper. So I'm going to cut the paper first. So I'm just going to grab my trimmer in. So I want this to be about the same size but just a little bit smaller. So I'm going to make it 14 long. So I'll cut it to the 14. Yeah, I'm getting the paper cutter's guilt, but we're okay. So getting the 14 long so it'll sit just there like that. I think I'm going to make it into a tab shape and have it sit sort of about that high up. So I'm just going to grab a pencil. A lot of this part I just do by sight. I just sort of look at it and go, right, where do I think I want it to sit? And we just go with that. We just go with that. I'm just finding where that mark went. Part of me now wants the other bit on there too. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Can't have the whole thing covered. Plus, Monday and Tuesday are absolutely insane because I'm flying all over the place. So I want to make the piece of acetate the exact same size. So I'm going to double check my width. So this is definitely 14, so I'll do that one first. And if I am going to put that tab thing on, I'm going to punch them at the same time. I'm making that the 14. I'm also being just a little bit extra cautious and just making sure that this is right there. There we go. It was almost right. Cut the acetate. Oh, that's always very scary. I want to use the top bit because it's got its foil right in the middle and it kind of sits. Part of me actually wants to put it right on that yellow leaf, but I'm not going to. Yeah, alright, I'm going to be wasteful. So to do this, I'm just going to stick, it's not wasteful because I'll use the acetate bits in another way some other time. But I'm going to stick this down with some washi just to hold it in the exact right spot. And obviously we'll cut through the washi when we trim this off. So I'm going to do it this way just so it's a little bit easier for me to see. This is still, it's stuck together just with static cling at the moment. So just while it is done that. Whoops. I'm going to have my tab punch board out. Now the only thing I've just thought of then, this is not going to go through the plastic nicely if I have these on together, I don't think, and I'd rather do it separately and not mess it up. So I'm just taking that washi off, just double checking the orientation of the corner rounders because they are a little different that way, depending on which way you punch it. So I'm just going to go up this way. Now this is going to be not so simple, so I'm going to have to bang this really hard. So just excuse me one sec. I always find that acetate doesn't cut as nicely in the punch board, so kind of wanted to just make sure that did that. So then I'm going to put this one the exact same way. You're all probably sitting there going, you've done it the wrong way. I haven't. I've done it that way on purpose. I haven't. So I wanted it to look like a little tab on the side. Just for something different, because I always do the tabs the other way. But I wanted to make a feature out of that tab, so it's gone that way. Lines up so pretty. And then I'm just going to round these corners off, so nothing fancy here, but that way this side still looks finished as well, and it's not just that square. So again, I'm just going to probably bang a little here. First time ever I haven't had to push or bang super hard on acetate. It's great. So then we can punch in the holes. I just love the way that sits on that the way it sits on that leaf. It just looks awesome. Acetate isn't completely lined up, like it's not a perfect cover for it, but I don't care. I think it looks awesome anyway. I'm just going to hold that there for a sec. This is another good moment to grab a little bit more washi. It's just to hold these together while I punch the holes. Okay, and then we have a little flip tab that'll just go out like that, and then I can put a list or a pocket or anything I want. I think I'm just going to leave it blank for now. It can sort of be a packing list or something for next week, because like I said, I am going away. We need to start getting some actual colour on this, or more colour on this. I haven't decided yet about the leaves. I think the leaves will look fantastic if I do it, but it's sort of like a toss up between doing like sticking the stickers or stamping the leaves. So I'll just, as a bit of an example, want to get it out and have a look. So I'm just going to grab the little solid leaf. I'm just getting I may be tempted into using the other one. So Di at the Planner Markets was mentioning that she loves the layer stamps, but she doesn't, like, she gets really nervous using them. So I am going to do a whole video in a couple of weeks sort of about the layer stamps and just how to use them. But I'm not going to do it in a weekly video because it'll just be a little bit too long. So I'm just grabbing the outline one. I'm just grabbing some sepia ink. I don't want to use black here because it's definitely too much for a black. So this will give you a really nice sort of muted finish. I'm just seeing what it looks like. Yeah, I think it's too much. I think if I'm going to do it, it's just going to be the solids or the outline. I was trying to find my stamp cleaner. I couldn't find it. Alright, I think what I'll do, I think I'll put the stickers that I want on first, and then I might go around and put these on, because I do think it's going to look really cool, but at the same time, I don't want to go overboard. Says the girl that always goes overboard. So I'll just grab some stickers first, and then we'll move to the next bit. So I'm going to grab, I almost don't want to use the boxes because I feel like the boxes are going to be too boxy. That's such a stupid thing to say. But just not quite what I want them to be, and I'm just looking at that sticker and that's not going to be where I want it to be either. I'm just going to pull this one up, only because it's just not quite in the right spot. And the good thing with PA stickers is as long as they haven't been on there for too long, they will come out without undo, so that helps. So I'm just going to not hide it, I'm going to put it over here on the side, because this is going to be like my happy mail list, so I'm just going to have that off. Oh, that does happen with PA stickers sometimes. You can sort of rub the colour off. That's okay. I actually kind of like the finish it's got there. And that's sort of like my to-do list. I'm gonna do a combo of the stickers. I'm gonna do some of the stickers as stickers and then some of them as stamps. So that kind of gives me a bit of both. I'm going to decorate the corners a little bit with this gorgeous pumpkin. I know we don't do pumpkins, but I love pumpkins. So I know we're not in Halloween yet, but next week I am going to do a Halloween week because, gee, why not? You might as well. What do you guys think of Halloween? Like, do you go with it? As in, if I'm really selfish, and I hate when people come to my door dressed as trick-or-treaters. Not because I don't love Halloween, because I do. But because I didn't get to go Halloweening when I was little, I feel like these kids shouldn't be allowed to either. So that's my selfish thought. But I do love the thought of Halloween. I don't get into it because I'm selfish. Very, very selfish. Okay, we're gonna do the leaves now because otherwise I'm gonna be here forever. Actually, I'm going to do one more thing. So I'm flying around the place on Monday and Tuesday. So I'm going to use these boxes, and I'm just going to use these ones as my flight detail kind of boxes. So I'll put them in later, but at least then they're there for me. I know when they are, I know what they're doing. The worst thing is when I can't put flight details in. And the good thing is because that's up there and not covered by my sort of flipper, it's going to be easy for me to see at a glance. So I'm going to use the same oxides that I used before, and I'm just going to randomly kind of stamp, and I will put some stickers in as well, but I'm just going to kind of randomly stamp all over the place. I'm going to spin these around so they look like they're falling, and just sort of see what we get. So I'm going to do this super fast. I'm also not worried if I go over the borders. I think that's kind of cool. Whoops. Ryan says that looks good and I'm supposed to believe him, so I'm going to do that. I actually don't mind that. I think this would make a really cute kind of, I want to say fall card, and but I think it would make a really cute background on a card.
But do you like it? Why don't you believe me when I say I like it?
Because I don't. I do like it. It's just different. That's all. I kind of also like the mess that I've made with the watercolors. Something that you could do if you wanted to take it that little step further. Colouring these in with the same colour, like if you wanted to put it on. I'm just going to just do one as an example. So let's just do a little bit of fossilised amber. So we'll stamp that on there. I'm just going to grab a tinsy bit. I'm just squirting that, but I'm just doing it not anywhere near my page. This brush is a little bit big, but you'll get the idea. So because you're using that watercolor, like that same colour, it's like a tone on tone kind of thing. And it actually ends up looking really pretty. Really pretty. I'm going to do a back. I'm going to do a card with this stamp set. So if you want to see it, you're going to see it. It's going to come up in a couple of weeks. I just love it. I just love it. I haven't done this kit justice again. Alright, I need some more stickers because I feel like no, you know what? I don't feel like I've gone not far enough. I think that looks absolutely beautiful. I really do. Like, you guys know I don't lie to you. It's just there's still just something missing. So I'm just grabbing this cute little, I'm going to grab the cute little fox from here. And I'm just going to have him sit down here in the corner. And then I'm also going to grab one of these little echidnas, porcupines, sorry, whatever you call them. And I just want him to sit over here just on his own because I think he's adorable.
It's okay.
Thank you. Sorry, I said sorry and Siri heard me and it automatically assumes I'm apologising. I'm going to leave it like that. I am. I think that actually looks really cool. It's very understated. It's not using the whole kit, but it's kind of using the colours of the kit and I love the stamps, I really do. If you want to see more using the kit, let me know. I'll do 8 projects with this kit. I adore it so very much. And I love that acetate that just gives that just little teensy little bit of something that's just stunning. Just stunning. Let me know what you think down below though. You can also find me on any of my socials and that's where I'll post any extra projects that I do using this kit. So if you want to see more, that's where you need to be. Oh, I forgot to put my live sticker back in. Don't forget, my live this week is at 8 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time on Wednesday night, which is the 23rd. I'll be announcing the winner of my advent calendar giveaway in that video. So if you have entered, you'll find out then. If you haven't entered, I'll link that video down below so you can go and check it out. Other than that, guys, I hope you have an absolutely amazing week and I will see you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!